It's Halloween, and the last song I released was about werewolves. So I'm making a video. Does that make sense? Who knows? But I'm doing it anyway, so here we go. So the last song I released was called Blood Moon, and it was a collaboration with Bonniesongs, aka Bonnie Stewart. I can tell you exactly the date we started writing Blood Moon. It was January 9th, 2019. And the reason I can be so accurate is because we wrote it over email. Because Bonnie at the time was in Australia. Now she's in New Zealand.
Well, so first, Ríona sent me a little 30-second clip with kalimba and voices and her lyrics. And it was very joyful, cute sound. And really nice, and it was a very different sound and way of writing to what I'm used to, and instantly had worry about songwriting with someone.
The two influences I had in mind was the song Body Love by Eider that I was kind of listening to on repeat at the time. It's brilliant. And the other one is Something Coming from West Side Story. So those are the two things I was listening to a lot.
My number one thing to do musically with an idea I'm given is to sing some harmonies. So I looped it around a lot and just sang along with it and found some harmony lines. My instinct was to be able to take the kalimba part and paste it on and come up with something else on top of that part. But because we didn't do stems, we were just stitching together these little pieces of the puzzle. I couldn't do that. I had to get it on an instrument. So I put it on the guitar because that's what I generally write on.
So stems are when you're recording music, if you record things separately. So let's say the thumb piano is on one track and the voice is on another track and the guitar is on another track. The stems mean you've got each isolated thing. So let's say you just wanted the guitar, you could loop that and add a voice over it. We didn't do that. We literally just recorded things like on our phone or on little handheld recorders and sent them back and forth. As we were adding things, it was really like a collage kind of thing. We were literally just recording on top of each other in this very lo-fi kind of way. I'm not sure on Bonnie's end, but on my end, that was pretty intentional in that I wanted to keep everything lo-fi, less pressure, that it was purely about songwriting. So you can hear we're like layered up on top of each other, singing different lyrics and all sorts of kind of messy things.
My guitar is nearly always in dad-gad, but because this went to C, I went to low C, and I like the low ones, so went there. So sad gad. Once I had a guitar vibe, I felt much better about it and could find my own way. And it had a really different vibe from kalimba. It had this more mellow, melancholy vibe.
At the time, I was pregnant, so every song I was writing was to do with pregnancy. But I knew because this was a collaboration with someone else, I didn't want it to all be about me. So I didn't make the line, "You're just a tiny dot." I made it, "It's just a tiny dot," so that it could be anything. It could be a feeling. It could be an idea. It could be a movement, you know. But something was growing.
I wrote down her lyrics. "It's just a tiny dot, but it's growing. Feel it growing. Better hold on tight." And just presumed it was about her little tiny dot growing inside her.
Bonnie knows me, and she knew what it was about. So when she started adding lyrics, it just made sense to go back and change it to "You're just a tiny dot, but you're growing," instead of "it." The moment when the song kind of came to life and took on a bit of purpose was when Bonnie added the bridge.
apparently most babies come when there's a full moon because tides and push and pull, and we're all ruled by the moon.
So I was all excited about this lyric, and I was listening to what we had so far. And I remember I was coming home, coming over the bridge, over the railway tracks, evening time. So the moon was out and the moon was huge.
And so I was thinking about all the things that the song was about, was pregnancy and the moon. And then I started thinking about metamorphosis. Obviously pregnancy is a huge metamorphosis, but also like puberty is this huge metamorphosis, and the moon controlling the tides, and supposedly the moon controlling menstrual cycles, and so moon pulling your blood, like the tides. And I was thinking about all those things: metamorphosis, moon, pregnancy, puberty. What is the other huge metamorphosis that the moon controls? Werewolves.
Yeah, that's what the song is about. It's about werewolves.
She thought of the werewolf idea, which was ingenious, because I think that's both, for us both, we like monster songs.
No, nothing can forgive a monster. I'm a monster, and I'm coming for your head.
We like to get a bit sci-fi. It helps our creativity, I think. So once I had the werewolf idea, I was like, yes, okay, I can do this. It makes sense this way. And that worked really well, because as the song developed, Ríona put some howls in, and some parts of the song already kind of sounded howly.
I'm awake at night, moon is glowing, feel you growing, there's a howl inside.
Another thing I like to do is loop. So I was like, just part of the process for me was what happens if I get a little part I like and just loop it and take it everywhere it can go. So I did that a lot, especially the outro, Better Hold On Tight. We patched it together from our little ideas, sending back and forth, and had a rough idea. And then went to the studio and had a big full-on day there. And it all happened very kind of easily and fluidly from there. Luckily there was drums, which I hadn't even thought of. I always think of drums last, even though they're my main instrument. But once we put those toms on, it really, I think, helped sew things together and sound atmospheric and rumbly. And
sometimes projects get really big, like an album or something, and they can just take on a life of their own, and they just feel like they're never done. But there's something so nice about being like, okay, we're going to write the song together, and then we have one day to record it, and that's it. Whatever happens, happens. My New Year's resolution in 2019 was to collaborate more in this kind of way, because the song I'd done before that was Love Growing with Ruba Shamshum and Farah El. Coincidentally, the other song myself and Bonnie have sung together, Show Me, from my last album, was also about kind of mothers and babies. And it's pure coincidence. I guess it's not pure coincidence, but we definitely weren't thinking about that when we wrote it. We were just writing our song. So, happy Halloween. I hope you have a good one. I hope you turn into werewolves and listen to this song.
Thanks.